This is Francesca.
And this is Katja.
Let's Diwaniya.
Welcome to our online Diwaniya again.
Welcome everybody.
Today we are going to talk about our trip in Finland, our shared experience in Finland still. This is the third episode that is tied around the Finnish experiences. And today we are finalizing this topic when we're talking about food and tastes in general. And then, of course, the last sense is touch. So something about that part as well. So, Francesca, when you visited Helsinki, the capital of Finland, what kind of food expectations did you have and what were the realities in the end?
So when I've been there, my expectations about the food, especially as being Italian, and there are so many cliches, like about maybe what food quality you're gonna find, what type of dishes, and also even can I say from you, like you told me, oh no, but we don't have such a huge culture about food.
True.
I don't think like we cook like you Italians and all that. So I think that because of some things I've checked like online, your comments, and even like that cliche that everybody has in the mind, like the saying that in North Europe you are not going to find like the best food because the best food is like in Southern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So because of all of this, I had low expectations. But actually, sometimes these are like the good moments to have low expectations, because it's the moment when you can get surprised about something.
I know, right?
And actually, that was what happened with me. Because, yes, even though maybe you have like few dishes, like it's not that you can say, oh, we have like 30 ways of cooking a pasta or a meat or like whatever.
Yeah.
You have those few but good dishes, okay? So like I truly enjoyed like the salmon soup or reindeer, and like all like the type of salmons, and like pickles, and like like all the typical stuffs of Finland. And of course the bakery, like something that people think when they think about Finland. People might think only about cinnamon rolls, I think, or in general, like Northern Europe, Sweden, Norway, like they think about cinnamon roll. And actually, you made me discover like one of the best sweets that I ever tried in my life.
Imagine.
That is the monkey. Like today, I still dream about it. So for people who don't know what's a monkey with double K, right?
Yes.
It is a donut, like a simple donut, but the difference is that inside the dough you have cardamom.
Yes, and it's not that fatty, I think, even though it is cooked in fat. I feel like compared to the donuts I've had abroad in the world, it's different. Like something is different with the dough.
It's true. It's quite similar to the donuts that we eat in Italy, but those are just like simple dough, fried and covered in sugar. Like the monkey that I've tried in Tampere, that I think is the second largest city of Finland.
Tampere.
Yeah. Is quite similar to the Italian one, with, I would say, less sugar coating outside, but not like the creamy sugar, not like the iced sugar, like the American donuts.
Exactly.
It's like the powder, the sugar powder, and then inside the dough you find like the cardamom, and the smell and the taste is just amazing. And guys, what I've tried when I've tried the monkey in Tampere, like I had like I found like such a good sweet that when I went back to Helsinki and I tried desperately to find like another monkey the same,
Yeah.
I wasn't able to find it. It was such a big disappointment. All the bakery that I found, at least in Kallio, the district of
Mm.
Helsinki where I was living, they had a monkey, but it was more like a little bag of like imagine like the dough made like a
Ball?
bag, and inside, no, it was more like a,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like
I got
a
it. I got it.
tiny,
Yes.
yeah, and then inside with jam.
Yeah, that's the other way of doing it, but it's not like so
Exactly,
good.
but it ruined so much the
Yeah,
cardamom taste.
exactly. Yeah.
So I was like trying to take off the jam from it and trying to have only the dough. And the interesting fact, to connect the monkey to Kuwait, Katya,
Mm-hmm.
guess what?
No,
If you
well,
can think of it. Oh, it is similar from the coffee,
yeah,
like the
exactly.
coffee that they
No,
consume,
no, I
exactly.
cannot say like I don't drink coffee, so I have no idea.
But you know that the Arabic coffee here, especially in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, is made with cardamom.
No, I
Like
didn't know.
they, oh, you didn't know? Okay.
No. Now I
For
know.
people, so this is a nice info for people who don't know
Yeah, yeah.
that here in Kuwait, when they will serve you coffee, it's gonna be basically like the coffee beans, like the grounded coffee beans mixed with cardamom. So the coffee will have like a special smell and it tastes so good, and it's even different. Like even the color is different
Mhm.
when you're gonna drink it. It's gonna look more like a tea instead of a coffee, but it is coffee. Like
Oh,
at
okay.
first I thought that it would be only cardamom and water. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was drinking it and saying, oh no, there is no caffeine. But then
Mm.
I found out that there are coffee beans inside. And
Ah, okay. Yeah.
actually,
For
yeah.
for me, the cardamom is related to like the Indian spices in general and the chai and tea. They are drinking the milk tea, so I was thinking that maybe you're referring to that as well. But
Yeah, and also that, like in the Indian cuisine, in many dishes you will find cardamom as
mm,
well.
exactly.
So like little things that connect,
Similarities. Yeah.
yeah, that they connect places like so far away from
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, because in Finland we don't use a lot of spices. Our food is relatively salt and pepper based dishes. There is not that much spices, for example, compared to Indian cuisine where they put a lot of different kinds of things. The words I don't even know the names of those.
Of
So
the spices.
yeah. I can just taste it when I went to India. I was like, oh my goodness, now I need to survive here. I have moved here and I have prepared my mind for these past months to, be prepared for the spiciness of the food. Not just like the hotness, like the level of like how much chili there is, but in general all kinds of spices. Yeah, but I survived. But it took time to like adjust, obviously.
I love Indian food. Now you make
Mm.
me like crave
Yeah,
Indian
yeah,
food
I
for
know, me
tonight,
too.
maybe.
The Indian food here is so lame, to be honest.
Exactly. That is something that I want to add. In Finland, you may not find like good Indian food or like any Arabic food, I would say,
Mm,
but Vietnamese and Thai food is
yeah,
so good. I
I think
had
so
like
too.
one of the best Vietnamese meals in Helsinki, because
Mm,
I feel like that you have such a big community and they can get like good ingredients, and the chefs from
mm,
Vietnam, and like the quality is so good.
mm,
Also, I've tried really good pizzas over there,
yeah.
and yeah, also the quality of Italian food was good. So,
Mm.
guys, when you say that there is nothing to eat in Finland,
That's not true.
stop,
And
please.
I think
Exactly.
I need to like turn inwards to myself and think how much bad things I have been sharing in the world about Finnish culture because there is a lot of good food here, and then I'm just
It
saying like, no,
is.
we don't have anything.
But fun fact, it's not only you. It's also like if you check any video, like,
Hmm.
like those funny videos,
Yeah.
short clips
Hmm.
online about Finland, people
Mm.
will make fun of the food. Like, I don't know, that they only eat porridge with no seasoning and
Yeah.
like, like really sad.
You have
But
seen my you have seen my morning porridge that I've sent you a picture. It's not like it's not lame, but it looks suspicious because I add some protein powder in it. So we have a different like sometimes people have a different view of the food. Like we have a lot of actually this is something I wanted to ask you in Italy or like China where you live. Do you have like regulations, not regulations, but guidance from the government, like what kind of food people should eat, and do you have like the food pyramid that's guiding people? Because we have it like constantly updated, and there has been a lot of discussion how it's changing, and people have been interviewed like, are you now gonna take off the meat from the bread, like it's not healthy anymore because the science is saying that eating processed red meat is bad for your body and environment, and it's adding the cancer risk. So there has been a lot of discussion which one you will take off, the meat or the cheese from your bread. And then some people are saying, yeah, I will now cut off the meat, I will not cut off, I will add it, I will eat whatever I want. And it's been like children like are reacting, really really interesting topic.
yes, it's interesting because maybe when like the big stuff, like they touch like the daily life of people,
Yeah,
they just feel like, oh, what is happening,
exactly.
what's wrong with what I've been doing until now, or maybe like since generations,
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
like my parents did that, my
Yes.
grandparents did that.
Like
Okay,
sausages and stuff as well. Like that's something my dad has always like monkey and sausages. They are like the key
exactly.
elements of the
I
diet.
would say that in Italy we had the same thing.
Hmm.
It's just that I feel that it's different. The way how you expose that is more
Hmm.
like your Ministry of Health is like suggesting you things how you
Something
should
like that.
eat.
Yeah, it's not the Ministry of Health. Let me check. So this guidance is made from Finnish National Nutrition Council. So it's a part of the government, but not like a ministry level. But still, it's
Okay, but of course they get the guidelines from the I
mm,
think like the European organization
yeah, of
that
course,
checks the all
should
the
be
nutritional stuffs.
exactly.
And actually, there is a website, a specific website where you can go and check like all
Mm.
the high risk level foods and
Yeah,
drinks and chemicals and all
yeah.
that. So of course when the news came, also in Italy, people start to say, oh no, like we're not going to stop to have like salamis and
Mm.
prosciuttos
Yes.
and all that. But of course, I think that first of all is the shock of people when they are touched about like their daily
Yeah.
lives, and second definitely the business, because
Mm.
imagine how many people work about that.
Yes,
And
the
they have like
industry.
all the
Mm.
livestock making like pigs and
Yeah, yeah,
cows, like for
exactly.
that reason. So
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of everything. I would say
Yes.
like 50-50,
Yes,
to be
obviously.
honest.
Yeah.
But and then in the end I feel that people at the end of the day they should do whatever they want, but they
Mm.
should be um, advised and informed, right?
Yes, of
Because
course.
we
Yeah.
have the big example of cigarettes. We know
Yes.
since really many years that they cause cancer, but people keep on
Mm.
smoking. And it's not
Yeah.
that the government really is banning
Yeah.
smoking, right? Or cigarettes from
Yeah.
the stores. But, anyways, what I would say about the guidelines of what we should eat, they always prize the Mediterranean diet.
Yes.
So made of pasta, bread, that those are like
Mm.
certain amount of carbs,
Yeah.
and then like proteins. And of course, like proteins should be 50-50 with fish or
Yeah.
meat, and
Or
also like a good
plant-based.
amount of
Yeah.
vegetables.
Yeah, for us it's rising the level of like not only bread that is sweet, but like more about
Full grain.
full grain. Yes. Oh my God.
And
Thinking the
you
word.
make me think about the rye bread.
Yeah, exactly. That's like there's such a Finnish like that's full of fiber. But it's
Yeah,
not suitable for everybody because uh it's so like hard for the digestion to consume.
okay. But I liked it.
Yeah, it
I
was the first
enjoyed,
time for you?
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
that type of bread. Like, I only tried in Germany. They have like a dark bread, but like a black one, but it's not the
Yeah.
same.
No, it's
Like, it
not.
has a different taste and
Mm.
consistency.
Yes, I know.
But the Finnish one, I think it was really good. I enjoyed like the little sandwiches. So
Yeah.
at the supermarket, for people who don't know, you will find like already like pre-cutted tiny breads, so you can make your own sandwich,
Yeah. So
and
is
that's
that
very
not normal
comfortable.
like actually in Italy, or I didn't see that much in Kuwait also. Toast bread you can find, but like these ready-made like a sandwich basis, that's really Finnish thing.
It is. In
Mm.
Italy, you will find the sandwich bread already like pre-made, cut
Yeah.
it and all that, but it's more like the style of the sandwich, like more like American style sandwich,
Ah, yes, yes.
like the really white and
Yeah,
fluffy
toast.
bread. Yeah, that I
Mm.
don't like it, to be
Mm.
honest. And the rye bread in Finland is more like a real bread,
Mm.
and then it's cut it and for sandwiches.
So, is there something else that you were tasting or trying for the first time that was like, oh, this is good, or oh my God, this is horrible. I will never eat this again.
To be honest, something that this is horrible, I will never try this again. No.
Mm,
That was like my expectation maybe were
yeah.
so low that I didn't find anything like that. Actually, I was very excited because I could find the same ingredients that
Mm,
I find in Italy. And for a person living in Kuwait, where like it's very hard
mm.
to find the ingredients, like it was like a like breathing fresh air for me, like going to
Yeah,
the
I got it.
supermarket.
Yeah. Yeah, because we already have talked a little bit about shopping in Kuwait, so this was like comforting trip to you in that sense that some
Yes, yes.
ingredients were familiar.
I loved the salmon soup. Like,
Mm,
amazing. Like, I wish I had it more.
yeah.
Because I only had it like I think twice, like in the whole three
Yeah.
weeks that I've been there. And I've tried the reindeer. I was with you,
Yeah.
and even though like I feel very bad for the for the animal and
Mm,
like all the,
yes, yes.
yeah, the violence that is
Mm,
within it, I think that is something very interesting, and
yeah,
it is good. Like, I
of
cannot
course.
deny that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously. Yeah, reindeer is not something that people here every day eat. This is more about like touristy thing to do, I would say.
Yeah, okay.
But or if you have like it's a little bit more expensive, so it depends on your budget as well, what you are like buying.
The
Mm,
other interesting thing that I don't know if it other countries have,
mm.
like, to be honest, I never seen it before, is inside supermarkets you can find like a little stand where like you have like the self-service cucumber pickles that you can pick by yourself.
Ah, yeah, from the huge
Yeah.
box or like
Yeah.
yeah,
Then when it was just like amazing. Like, what is this?
yeah. Also for
Not
the
like never
beetroot, I
seen before.
think we had it at least in my childhood.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you have it for the beetroot as well.
yeah,
I
like a
didn't see
pickled
it.
beetroot. Yeah,
I like more the pickled
yeah,
beetroots
yeah,
than the cucumber one.
yeah,
Okay. Eh.
yeah, yeah. The small details are so interesting when they are like a little bit different.
So, Katya, I would like to ask you something now. Can you explain to our listeners the Bakala experience in Kuwait?
Oh
So,
yeah,
we know that we can go to the supermarket, and that's pretty normal, like everywhere in the world.
yeah.
But here specifically in Kuwait, and I'm not sure if this happens also in Emirates, Bahrain, or anyways, like in the Gulf,
Mm.
you can do something when you want to buy maybe just one bottle of water or just some chips. Well, first of all, let's explain what's a bakala and then the bakala car experience.
Those are like small shops that maybe if you walk inside the shop, you can fit like two people inside as a customer. So they are basically a small room where they are making, for example, shawarma, like the chicken or beef versions of the whatever. How do you describe? It's like wheat.
Like it's like a wrap.
Oh, wrap, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you want to have a juice, which is really common in Kuwait, that people are buying like these plastic, non-reusable cups with the juice, and then these are the Bagala shops where you can go. So usually, or most of the time, you need to have a car, then you go in front of the building, and then you are starting to honk. And the first time when it happened to me, I was like, why are we stopping here? There is a parking lot for like in 2 meters time, like park there and then we walk in. And the person I was driving with, they were saying like, no, no, we just wait here. I'm like, what? And then I saw the person who is the shopkeeper, he's coming, and the person who is driving opening the window and then having the order discussion there. So imagine all the cars in Kuwait, they are having like a huge traffics because they are just queuing for the service instead of like parking the car and walking inside the building. So that's a little bit Kuwaiti style to wait to be served. And I have never experienced that anywhere else in my life. And I
That's
think
so unique.
that is something I will never experience, at least so easily.
That, yeah, it's quite unique, and this happens also for the 24/7 like tiny
Yeah.
shops, like in certain neighborhood
Mm.
where they have, it's like it's amazing, like in a really tiny shop. Every time I'm amazed because I can find everything. I don't even know
Yeah.
how can they have that. They
Yeah.
have like such a skill of like inventory skills,
Exactly.
like so advanced
Right.
that not even like the, I don't know, the best buyer and
Yeah.
procurement in the world has it.
Exactly. Oh.
And I always find everything. Like you go, even if it's, I don't know, 11 p.m., you forgot something, you go downstairs, you have the bakala there, they have
Mm.
everything. Then if you happen to pass by with your car, you just honk and
Yeah.
they will go and ask you what do you want, you make your order, and
Mm.
that's it. Of course, like here is a good thing to do, to leave a tip, right?
Mm.
Because that's your way of thanking the person, like because that person like has to go from the store to your car and then back to get your order and then going back to give you the what you purchased.
I haven't paid any tip. Did I do uh something wrong?
No, no, you
Oh my
didn't do
goodness.
anything
I'm
wrong.
admitting
Yeah,
it now.
that it's true that it's different when you want to pay with your card, because most of the shopkeepers are not shop owners.
Yeah.
So like they're not allowed to make you pay something more than what
Yeah.
really actually are selling to you.
Mm.
But some of them, unless you specify that, like you can leave some tips, but of course like it's better to have cash. Like Kuwait
Um.
is a place where cash is widely used, and
Mm.
just have like 500 fields 1 kd, like, and you have it, like of course depending what you are buying,
Of
right?
course,
Like
yes, right.
maybe you're buying something of 800 fields, and of course
Mm.
you're gonna leave it the 200 more to make it
Yeah.
1 kd,
Yeah.
right? You're not gonna ask for the change. Like
Mm.
this is the type of tip that, but
Mm.
it's not mandatory, it's just like
Yeah.
a good habit,
Good. Yeah.
because just to thank the person like
Yes, yes, yes.
doing that
Exactly.
service.
Yeah, I feel like those kinds of personal service experiences is those happens in Kuwait in so many level and every day that you are like adjusting to this lifestyle where you are always served. And when I moved back to my own home country, I'm like, now I need to do this on my own. I need to bicycle to the store, or I need to uh, well, basically, I'm bicycling everywhere. So I'm like, no more cars, no more this lifestyle where you are just consuming and consuming. And it's like, I can sense
Exactly.
the reverse culture shock is hitting me in that sense. Like, oh my goodness, it
No
is.
people helping you pack at the
Exactly.
supermarket when you go to grocery shopping and like
Yes,
all that. That's a big thing. Like
it is.
here we have many services in Kuwait
Yeah,
for that part,
exactly.
and it's quite useful because if you are alone and
Mm.
maybe you're like buying many stuffs and especially I don't know like me that maybe when I go to the gym I can lift I don't know 15 kilograms max and like if I have like really many things
Yeah,
it's quite difficult like
yeah.
logistically to go
Oh,
back to your car
yes.
so you can ask help.
Yeah, yesterday I had ordered some food. Normally, when they're giving the purchase, it's from the downstairs from the door. And I was prepared to like, okay, give it to me. It's heavy, but I just walk up to my apartment. But then they were saying, no, 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 no. This is so heavy. We will carry it for you. And I'm like, really? This is
Oh,
almost like quite the
it's
experience.
a
So
shade
bring
of
it on.
Kuwait in Finland.
I was so happy. I was so happy to have the small moment of like luxurious lifestyle. So, Francesca, our second part of this episode is about touch and senses in your maybe skin and what you have felt in your body when you were in Finland. So, how
I
hot it was in the night? Let's be honest.
exactly. Brava. I laugh because like that was I was thinking. You read my mind actually. Yeah. Can I say that I had like the AC paradox with Kuwait? So what
Mm,
does it mean? My intention was escaping the 50 degrees of Kuwaiti summer, going to the north Europe, getting maybe the chilly summer, the one that you have to use maybe like a sweater on your shoulders because it gets chilly at night. No, guys. Francesca goes from Kuwait to Finland, and Finland gets, I think, one of the worst heat waves of the history,
yes.
actually.
Yeah, it was a hot summer.
It was. And okay, the first week, the apartment, like the thermical situation in the apartment was bearable because we were like at the ground floor. So it kept like quite fresh. But then after 1 week of every day, like 29, 30
Mm,
degrees, like it was just hateful. Like
yes,
I spent many sleepless nights.
right.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
were so tired.
And because if somebody doesn't know, in Finland it's really rare that we have AC inside. Maybe we have fans. Nowadays, more and more people are buying the proper AC system, but it's not still similar. For example, in Kuwait, everything is AC'd and you are frozen inside the supermarkets and stuff.
Exactly. That is the AC paradox,
Mm,
saying that I'm better in Kuwait at home, even though like outside I have 50 degrees literally,
yeah.
than in Helsinki, where like, of course, if you don't have AC, like it's gonna heat up. The apartment is gonna
Exactly.
heat up. And because
Yeah.
it doesn't have the amount of time of cooling and
Mm,
then like because the day after it would be
yeah.
again really hot.
And also because the buildings are made for survive throughout the harsh winter, so the buildings are typically in a way that they are keeping the heat inside of. Once they are heated, it's heated because it's meant to be like that for the winter time, but for the summer it's unbearable.
It's amazing. You're well equipped for the harsh winters, and
Mm,
you can see that from all the tiny details, even like those brushes that you have in front
mm.
of the doors, like
Yeah,
to brush away the snow during winter
yeah,
before we're getting inside a building and all that.
yes.
But for summer, I see that you are not prepared at all,
No.
and having a discussion with a real estate agent, he mentioned that the main problem is that the AC chiller outside will make too much noise for the neighbors. And then I was like, who cares? It's too hot. The neighbor will want AC as well. So everybody's gonna be shut down like inside with the AC, and nobody will care about the sound.
Yeah, but I think that is describing something really Finnish, that we appreciate the quietness, the calmness, no noise environment, and we even sacrifice our like comfortableness to sweat it out instead of like putting the AC that's making noise and wanting to make it like for the whole society of buildings or apartments.
True.
So
But I'll wait for you in 10 years from now, Katja.
exactly.
Let's have a Let's Diwaniya in 10
Yes.
years, and let's talk about the evolution of the AC in
Exactly. Like
Finland.
for example, my parents they nowadays have the like the basic one that's coming from the there is like one thing big machine in upside of the wall and then it's cooling down. Like that is
Yeah,
something that's
because as per my understanding, if you have your own house, like your own little villa, you don't have any neighbor
mm,
like attached to you,
yeah,
beside you, so you can make your own
of
noise
course,
because
yes.
it's going to disturb
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
But the problem is like in the units, like the
Yeah.
apartments
Yeah,
and the
yeah. It has to
condos.
be
Yeah,
like the society approves it.
yeah, in
Because we love rules and we are following the rules as well.
strictly, I must say.
Yeah. Especially when we are comparing the rule following mentality towards like Asian countries. That's the big difference.
True, true. And in Kuwait, we do have chillers, like the huge ones, like
Mm,
for each building, and they make a lot of noise.
yeah.
It's true. Like is quite bothering. I can say that when I go outside, it's impossible for me
Mm,
from my terrace to like to hear like the sound of the silence.
yeah. Yeah.
Because you will have
Yeah.
constantly
Some
the
humming.
yeah, like chillers going from the your
Exactly.
building and the building beside.
Yeah.
So it's true, it's noise pollution, but my feeling of touch,
Yeah.
my skin, my sweaty skin,
Yeah.
like it's not nice
Approving.
to have it. No, it's not approving
Okay,
at all.
one other aspect of this touch is greetings. I think when we have met, I don't remember how it went, but I know that European people do the kisses to the cheeks, and also that's something Arab people do. But in Finland, we are like, I think I have never had this kissing in cheeks before in Kuwait, before I moved to Kuwait. And I was like, okay, I can do this. But then I got so confused which cheek and how many times, which like returning after. And I was so uncomfortable that people just like, okay, you don't need to do it to us. And I'm like, no, but inside I would like to learn.
Yeah, it quite reminds me the Asian culture, like Chinese culture, Japanese, Korean, like they don't touch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Southern Europe has this thing like Arabs. We like to kiss, we like to hug.
Yeah.
Like, of course, not for like the first meeting with a person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, okay, we shake hands,
Mm-hmm.
okay, like it's pretty formal. But
Yeah.
then once we got to know a person, maybe already like second, third time,
Yeah.
you kiss.
Uh,
And you have different styles. Like, for example, even in Italy,
mhm.
you have different style. Like southern Italy has like only two kisses, like one and
Mhm.
two, like
Mm.
cheek by cheek, and then actually it's not a real kiss. You
Yeah.
make the sound of the kiss, but
Yeah.
then you just uh, slightly touch the cheek to the other person.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have like the three kisses as well.
Mm.
So yeah, the Arabs also like they can maybe like kiss, like same thing like on the cheeks, and then there is like this special greeting between males that they can touch with their nose.
And that's a form of greeting as well, which I've never heard before.
but I've seen that maybe like in Saudi or something
Yeah.
like that.
And
So
I think that's so interesting, like in such a kind of a strict country regarding physical connection, the greetings can be such a close physical connection. Like I'm thinking that kind of a behavior in Finland, everybody would be looking as in having a shock, like what is going on, what's the relationship between these two people who are like physically so close. Also in India, for example, the I was seeing a lot of like same gender, for example, two men or even three men, they were like walking and they were hugging each other, like walking like in a one line. And older men, young men, like no matter what was the age, they were doing it. And I was trying to think my dad walking with his friend in that way, and I was like, no. In Finnish culture, we would see that like such a different view, and that's just a nice reminder. Like touch is such a culturally defined concept, like what is allowed or what is appropriate or not appropriate.
yes, like it's so based on the traditions and
Yes.
culture, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, I like here in Kuwait, like I don't feel awkward when I want to hug someone, like a
Mhm.
friend and like a local
Mm.
friend, and like as a friendly greeting,
Yeah.
because it's so similar to the
Yeah.
how we are used to in Italy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can perfectly understand from your point of view
Hmm.
that it might feel awkward because you
Mm.
have never experienced it. So in the
Exactly.
moment people do it, you want to do it, like you
Yeah.
say, but you're awkward. It's like, I don't know how to do it. Am I doing it right, wrong? And
Yeah.
then, yeah,
So
I also remember between me and
exactly, I
you.
was about to ask, tell, how do you feel when we try to make the Italian way of greeting?
No, I feel like they want to learn, like that you
Yeah.
put yourself in, like learning how to do it,
Yes.
like and like. But I can feel that you were awkward, like you were feeling some awkwardness at
And how
first.
did you feel it? Like, what was it? Did I
Mm,
say something or my body was like shaking?
no, you were like maybe like kind of like laughing, like
Yes, true.
oh, okay, kind of like feeling almost sorry. May I say, like that you were feeling sorry for me that I
True.
wanted to like express this type of greeting, and but you were not ready,
Yeah.
like for it.
Mm.
And but then like at the end, like you were ready and you knew that, and
I
I saw
know.
you like pretty confident. Hi, Francesca, dun, dun, like the double
I know.
kiss, like you
It's
knew
so
that.
true. The first moments when I arrived to Finland, I know this like I had this urge to hug my relatives and even I gave my aunt a kiss on the cheek like I would do there, and I was like, "Oh my goodness. This is amazing." But then I was like, "No, this is not the Finnish way to do it." Like I was so confused. How should I now behave? But slowly I have returned back to my Finnish customs, and it is
but
just like the environment affects you.
but were they happy when they received like such a greeting from
Well,
you?
it was a short moment when I was saying goodbye, so I didn't have time to ask her opinion. I was just like, okay, time to walk away, bye.
Why do you feel that like in the Finnish culture you don't have this thing of like the touch?
It is such a good question. Actually, people lived in a really small apartments when it was like back in the history because nobody had like space to live in. But that is something we should learn more, maybe
Yeah,
read.
we should investigate. And by
Yeah.
the way, if between our listeners we have some anthropologists who can
Yeah, maybe somebody can
explain to
write to
us,
our comments
yeah,
and tell us what's
yeah,
going on.
please. I
Mm.
will be super happy to know. Yeah, not only why Finnish don't do that, also why do I do it?
Exactly.
Like in my
Yeah.
culture or
I'm
Arabs do it.
so, yeah, I feel like constantly in my life I'm wondering, oh, why is it like in Finnish culture we, for example, eat this food and the other culture they don't do it. Like, is it just a random coincidence? Like somebody traveled to somewhere and they brought this thing to our country and they didn't do it in this other way?
If you think about it, like nowadays, well, not nowadays, but after like the Second World War, like we started to import everything, like
Yeah,
from like all the countries had like
exactly.
such a variety of ingredients and that. But then each country like how you say processed that
Yeah,
ingredient in a different way. Well,
exactly. Yeah.
I want to like just saying to like all the listeners who think that maybe Italians we have such a really old and culinary culture, but
Yeah.
all the dishes, guys, that are famous today, unless you think about like pizza, I think one
Hmm.
is the one of
Yes.
the
Yeah. Pasta.
oldest dish that
Mm.
we made. But carbonara or anything with a lot of meat like filled
Mm.
pasta and all that,
Yeah.
that came, guys, in the 70s.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
because Italy was so poor that people like they couldn't even go and buy
Mm.
like such a luxurious
Yeah.
protein,
Right.
like, and not even making it, mixing it. Just imagine
Yes.
carbonara, you have meat and eggs inside noodles.
Mm.
So people would prefer to eat maybe noodles in one day, eggs in the other day, meat in another day, because they
Yes.
really like couldn't
We're
afford that.
lacking.
So,
Yeah. So I think that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in.
and guys, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow, share it with a friend, and join us again next time for more stories and real talks.
Yes. Until then, stay curious, stay connected, and keep your global mind alive. Bye.
Bye. Amazing.
I'm feeling like sweat is coming from my head.
But it was good. Good introduction.
And then, oh my goodness, my brain is lagging.
So, Katya, I would like to. So, Katya. I'm just going 1 second to the hairdresser, then I'll come back. It was good!
It's good?